When a pastor raises the term stewardship, I'm afraid many people immediately say, oh no, it's out to pick our pockets again. That's not what Paul means when he uses the term in the epistle today. He's talking about something much richer than that. He says that God has given him the stewardship of grace, the stewardship of the good news, for him to try to develop and share with all those who are listening to him. And that's really what stewardship is about. Recognizing the different gifts that God has given us. Looking at the ways in which we can work with the Spirit of God to develop those gifts. And then sharing those gifts with others. So let me just mention 3 ways in which we might be being challenged toward stewardship. First is that we are being asked, I think, for a stewardship of life, of our own lives, caring for our own lives, living them well, living them with integrity, not seeing our lives as being something simply as opportunities to grasp and to take from others, but living lives of love. We're offered the opportunity of the stewardship of life by caring for the lives of others, by giving life to others. Those of you who are parents know that so very well, as you have given the gift of life to your children. But all of us are called to be creative. All of us are called to use our lives to be life-giving. In that then also, we are called to the stewardship of life by truly caring for the lives of others, particularly for those who are in need, by looking for ways in which we can defend the life of every person at every stage of life, from the womb on up. And we are called to the stewardship of life by caring for the life of our planet, of our world, that is needed for life, not allowing it to be destroyed by people for their own economic or political reasons. A second way, I think, in which we can see ourselves as called ourselves to stewardship is stewardship of integrity, of our own integrity, that we can honestly look at ourselves in the mirror and say that I'm a person of honesty, I'm a person who can be believed, I'm a person who stands for something that is real and that is good. A third way in which we are called, I would suggest, to stewardship is a stewardship of faith. A stewardship in which we, like Paul, allow the good news of Jesus to grow within us, within our own hearts, so that we can then share it more deeply with others. Those of you who are catechists, those of you who are religion teachers in our schools, exercise that stewardship in a very direct way. But again, all of us, you who are parents, are called to that kind of stewardship as you share your faith with your children. All of us are called to be people who grow in our own relationship with Jesus so that we can share him more deeply with others. That's the sense that stewardship is all about. And the stewardship of financial goods simply fits in there as a way of our being able to help one another do that, so that we give to charity, we give to the parish to enable the community to share the faith with others. I think that the Magi, I think of today, can be examples to us of different aspects of stewardship. They were certainly stewards of their own lives, stewards of their own intelligence as they tried to perceive what the stars were saying. Now, yes, here in the 21st century we're going to say, well, most of that is a lot of hocus, but maybe there were some things that they really were discovering. In fact, there are some astronomers today who say that about 3 years BC, there was a certain alignment of planets that would have caused what looked like the appearance of a great star. And historians have said, the Bible doesn't give the exact year of Jesus' birth. Maybe our tradition is a few years off, so maybe Jesus was actually born in 3 BC, which would have allowed that alignment of planets to be something real. But whether that's true or not, they remain an example to us, the Magi, of, once again, developing our own intelligence, developing our own perception. And then they're examples to us of the stewardship of integrity. When they got to Israel, they didn't lie to Herod. They were upfront and honest with him, even knowing that he might be concerned about this birth of another king somewhere. But then, when they discovered that he was a liar, when they discovered that he was not interested in helping his own people, but simply building up his own power and self-aggrandizement, then they would no longer hold any truck with him at all, and as Matthew puts it, they went home by a different route. But before they did that, they showed their stewardship of their gifts by coming before the Christ child and giving the gold, the frankincense, and myrrh, things that would be of use to him as he grew up, as he sought to fulfill the Father's plan of bringing the good news into the world. So on this Epiphany Day, we are given the opportunity, I would suggest, to ask about what are the gifts that God has given us? How can we best share those gifts with others? How can we best develop those gifts within ourselves and within our families? At the offertory today, we will present gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. After the collection is taken up, your offering of your financial stewardship, that will be brought forward as the gold. Frankincense will be brought forward, and we will incense the altar and one another. And the sacred chrism will be brought forward to represent the myrrh as a fragrance that envelops the body. And we will sing at that point, We Three Kings, the song that commends all of that to us. I would suggest that as we do that, you might take the opportunity to ask yourself, what are the gifts that God has given me? What are the ways in which I can continue to work to develop those gifts? What are the ways I can best share those gifts with others so that we do truly work together to be an epiphany, to bring the joy, the wonder, the beauty of